Would you believe me if I told you that that was the best stroke I've made all day long? It just didn't go in the hole because my alignment was poor. One of the most important aspects of great putting is knowing where your putter is pointed and knowing you have the ability to hit it on that line. But it all starts with the first one. You can't know that you are going to hit it on line if you don't know where you're pointed. Now think about the stroke. If your putter is pointed somewhere different than where you intend, you are requiring yourself to manipulate the club face with your hands. Obviously this is going to lead to a lot of missed putts. So step one in this process is we need to figure out how to make sure that our putter is pointed exactly where we want it every single time. There's a couple roads that we can use to get that done. One is to draw a line on your ball, use the ball and line it up at your target. Second one, you can pick a little spot on the grass, pick a blade of grass even, and line your putter up at that. The spot should be probably 6-8 inches in front of the golf ball. That works as well. Also, some of the larger putters, some of the mallet styles can really have some good alignment aids on them. But when you're picking a putter, it's very important to note that certain putters will look completely different to different people. I, for one, use this putter here, and this hosel is called a flow neck hosel. Now, if I use a putter that has a plumber's neck, which goes straight up and then out and then up again, that type of putter forces me to aim straight left. That's just how my eyes work. So if you have some major problems aligning up your putter, we should take a look at the type of hosel you've got, the type of head you've got, because that can help you get that ball started on the line you intend more often. Let's take a closer look at some of the different head types.
We've already talked about the flow neck type of putter, which is this putter here. Now the putter here right in front is a plumber's neck. And you can see this is one of the more square looking putters that will have a more left aim bias. So if your tendency is to aim right, then you need a little bit more left aim bias on your putter. So everybody is different. That's why they have so many different heads out there. You can see here on the left, very, very rounded shape. Also a flow neck hosel. This is going to be a putter that's very good for getting a little bit more arc. As we go down the line, this big mallet, obviously very rounded, but it also has a nice big line on it. So that could be a putter that's kind of right in the middle. It could go either way. Obviously, some major alignment factors on these last two putters. You can't get any more lines going on. Clearly, these are going to be more for putting strokes with less arc. So it's very, very important that your putter match your putting style. Now let's look a little bit more into how we can ensure that we have great alignment. Here we'll look at an example of how to use an intermediate line in order to help your alignment. So what we do is we'll pick out a little dot, a little blade of grass there on our line. Then we will just take our putter, line it right up at that dot, and she goes. Now, it is important that you be very, very specific about the line that you choose, as if you lose that blade of grass, well, then you also lose your line and now you don't know where you're lined up.
And my favorite method for alignment is to use the line on the ball. Now, all the manufacturers, the ball manufacturers, are putting the line on the ball for us these days. but some people certainly have more success by using a larger line. And that's fine. The important thing is after you put that ball down, make sure you stand back away from it. Maybe get down a little bit so you can get a better idea of where this is pointed. Once you stand over the ball, you will find that quite often it looks like the line is pointed in a different direction. That's because we're standing on this angle where we're looking downward at a diagonal angle and then across the line. Our eyes can't handle that. So you must take the time to stand back, take a look at where that's pointed, commit to what you see from back there. That way when you get up to this ball, you know that your alignment is perfect.
Here's a closer look at how to ensure proper alignment. Now keep in mind that it is imperative that that line be right on top of the ball. If it's off to the side, leaning to the right, leaning to the left, it will look like it's pointed in a totally different location. So a good way to practice lining up the ball is get a chalk line, a construction chalk line, snap that line onto the green so that you see a line running down the green, and then you just go ahead and drop your ball right onto the line. It'll help you practice that. After you get that set up, make sure you walk back and try to get down a little lower so that you can ensure your line is pointed where you want it to be pointed. Then from there on, it's very, very simple. You've already confirmed you have perfect alignment. Walk up, set that putter right behind the ball, and you're off and running. So thank you very much for watching this video on the most important part of putting, and I look forward to seeing you next time.